Good morning, students. This is the exercise number 5. The energy flux of sunlight reaching the surface of the earth is 1.388 into 10 to the power plus 3 watt per meter square. It means that what is the meaning of energy flux here? This is the number of radiations falling on the earth surface. For the surface of the earth, it is having that is 1 meter per. This is 1 meter and this one is 1 meter. Consider it as a earth surface. And this much area of earth, the number of the radiations falling, that is called as energy flux. Energy flux in the sense that is number of radiations incident on the surface area of 1 meter square. That energy is called as energy flux. The energy flux of sunlight reaching the surface of the earth, that is he has given 1.388 into 10 to the power plus 3 watt per meter square. How many photons per square meter are incident on the earth per second? What is the meaning of here? This is the sun. From the sun, the radiations are emitting, and this one is the earth surface, and its area is equal to 1 meter square. The number of radiations falling on the earth surface of this much area, then this intensity of the light we are going to call it as energy flux. Whenever this much radiations are incident on the surface area of 1 meter square, then what are the number of photons falling on the surface area of 1 meter square you have to find out. Means you have to find out whenever these number of radiations are falling on the surface, then what is the number of photons emitted by these radiations? You have to find out. There is a formula is there, that is power is equal to number of photons into energy of one radiation. The power of that radiation or sunlight or sun is equal to number of photons into energy of one radiation. This is not the total energy of the radiation. This E indicating energy of one radiation and N indicating number of photons. This value we have to find out now. And the P value he has given. P value means that is energy flux, or you can call it as a power. 1.388 into 10 to the power plus 3 watt per meter square. But N value you have to find out. But here E value we don't know. First you have to find out E value. That is, you know very well, E is equal to, that is H into nu. It is a Planck's constant, and frequency value is also known. Then frequency can be written as E is equal to H as it is. Frequency can be written as C by lambda. That is, C is equal to frequency into wavelength. Frequency is equal to C divided by wavelength. Then just nu can be replaced as C by lambda. Substitute all the values. E is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second into C value 3 into 10 to the power of 8 divided by lambda value. Just that is he has given, that is 550 nanometer. Nanometer in the sense that is 550 into 10 to the power of minus 9. Calculate. E is equal to energy of one radiation you are getting, that is 3.61 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Joule. This is energy of one radiation. Then you have to find out the number of photons falling on the earth surface of area 1 meter square. That is, again use this formula. P is equal to NV. N you have to find out. N is equal to P divided by E. P has given, that is power or energy flux 1.388 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by energy of one radiation. You calculated, just substitute here 3.61 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Then N value becomes, the answer becomes, that is 4 into 10 to the power of 21 photons per meter square per second. Whenever the power or energy flux of sun that is falling on the surface area of 1 meter square is 1.388 into 10 to the power plus 3 watt per meter square, the number of photons falling on the earth surface of area 1 meter per 1 meter square, that is 4 into 10 to the power of 20 photons per meter square per second. This is the answer. And next, exercise number 11.6. Sixth question. In an experiment on photoelectric effect, the slope of cutoff voltage versus frequency of incident radiation or light is found to be 4.12 into 10 to the power minus 15 Hz. The unit you can also write as, that is volt second. Calculate the value of Planck's constant. It means H value you have to find out. In an experiment of photoelectric experiment, the slope of cutoff voltage. What is the meaning of cutoff voltage? This is negative potential, or you can call it as stopping potential. Stopping potential. This is indicated as V0. What is stopping potential? This is a negative potential given to anode plate in order to stop the photoelectric emission. That the negative potential given to the anode plate to stop the emission of the electrons is called as cutoff voltage, indicated as V0, or you can call it as also the negative potential. And this is frequency of incident radiation. There is an experiment called photoelectric experiment, and here this radiation having the frequency is equal to, that is 4.12 into 10 to the power of minus 15 Hz. You have to calculate the value of Planck's constant. You know very well the application of this photoelectric experiment. By using photoelectric experiment, it is possible to find out the Planck's constant value also, that is H. Means we call here the slope. Slope means there is a graph. There is a graph in between, that is cutoff voltage. Cutoff voltage means stopping potential. Stopping potential, and another one is frequency. This one is frequency. Frequency is taken along x-axis, stopping potential along y-axis, and this is the nature of the graph. At this frequency, there is no emission of the electron. At this frequency, there is no emission of the electron. At this frequency, just emission of the electron is initiating. If you increase the frequency, then stopping potential increases. If you increase the frequency, stopping potential increases. Means you are getting the nature of graph like this. If you extend this straight line intersecting the negative y-axis at this point, and let us consider, we call it as a slope. Cutoff voltage versus frequency. Cutoff voltage versus frequency. If you find out the slope here, let us take it as a theta, A, B, C. Tan theta is equal to here. The slope is equal to in terms of tan theta, opposite divided by other side, that is AB divided by BC. And let us consider, we know that Einstein photoelectric equation, that is E is equal to work function plus kinetic energy. E means energy of this radiation is equal to work function plus kinetic energy. Energy required by the electron to come out, that is called as a work function, and the energy of that electron, moving electron, that is nothing but a kinetic energy. These together is equal to total energy of the radiation. And here you know very well, E is equal to work function can be calculated by using Planck's constant into threshold frequency plus kinetic energy can also be written as, that is 1 by 2 mv square, or just take it as a kinetic energy. And kinetic energy can also be written as kinetic energy in terms of stopping potential as EV0, and replace here E is equal to h nu plus kinetic energy can be written as E into V0. And here you need to find out the slope here. Slope value we need to find out. E can be written as, that is h nu is equal to h nu naught plus EV naught, and here h nu minus h nu naught is equal to EV naught, and this is stopping potential, and stopping potential is equal to h by E into nu minus h by E into nu naught is equal to V naught. Is equal to V naught. Stopping potential is equal to, we got the equation that is h by E into nu minus h by E into nu naught is equal to stopping potential. Compare this equation is equal to straight line equation, that is y is equal to mx plus c. What is the y value here? That is stopping potential. What is the m value here? That is h by E. And next x is, that is nu minus the c value is total. This is the c value. By comparing this equation, what is the m value? Compare this equation and this equation. The m value we are calling it as the slope of the equation. Comparing m with this equation, what is the m value? That is h by E. Then what is the meaning of h by E? This is the slope of this graph. And let us consider from the graph, slope is equal to tan theta is equal to, that is h by E. H by E. Slope is equal to V naught is equal to h by E. And here slope value he has given in the equation, that is our frequency value he has given, that is 4.12 into 10 to the power of minus 15. This is equal to h by E. This is whenever you plot the graph in between stopping potential and frequency, find out the slope value. After calculation, the slope value becomes 4.12 into 10 to the power of minus 15. Therefore, I am taking directly the slope value that is given in the question, and you need to find out Planck's constant value. 4.12 into 10 to the power minus 15 into E is equal to h. E is the given charge of electron. 4.12 into 10 to the power minus 15 into 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. This is equal to h. Can find out approximately we are getting h is equal to, that is 6.5 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. But Planck's constant value is equal to, exact value is equal to 6.626 is there. But by using photoelectric experiment, we are getting the approximate value, that is equal to 6.5 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second. This is the answer. And next question. Here the exercise number 7. A 100 watt sodium lamp radiates energy uniformly in all the directions. The lamp is located at the center of a large sphere that absorbs all the sodium light which is incident on it. And the wavelength of that sodium light is, he has given, that is 589 nanometer. What is the meaning of this one? Let us consider. There is a sodium lamp is there, and it is radiating the radiations. Those radiations are emitted per second from the sodium lamp. This is the source of light. What is the source of light? That is the sodium lamp. Sodium lamp emitting the radiations in all the directions uniformly. And the lamp is located exactly at the center. Means the lamp is located exactly at the center of a large sphere. Means there is a sphere. Let us consider this is the sphere, and the sodium lamp is exactly kept at the center, and the radiations are emitting from the sodium lamp. These emitted radiations are collected by this large sphere. Then these emitted radiations, whenever they are falling on the sphere, those radiations are collected by this sphere. Then the wavelength of these radiations emitted by the sodium lamp, that is, he has given value 89 nanometer. Lambda value he has given. What you have to find out here? What is the energy per photon associated with the sodium lamp? Means what is the energy of one radiation emitted by the sodium lamp? You have to find out the energy of one radiation. If you find out the energy of one radiation, then each and every radiation having the same energy. That's why you need to find out only the energy of one radiation. And the second one, at what rate are the photons delivered to the sphere? Means the meaning of this question is, at what rate means you have to find out the number of photons emitting by the sodium lamp in 1 second. That is second one you have to find out, that is N value. You know very well, that is the formula. The first one, what is the energy per photon associated? Means energy of one radiation. Photon means that is a light radiation. You have to find out the energy of one radiation. You know very well, the formula of power is equal to number of photons into energy of one radiation. E value we have to find out, and E value we know that Planck's equation, E is equal to h into nu, and here E is equal to a charge it is. The frequency value he has not given, but instead of frequency he has given the lambda value. Then you can be written as C by lambda. C by lambda. E is equal to 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 divided by lambda value he has given, that is 589 nanometer, that is 10 to the power minus 9. You can calculate energy of one radiation, that becomes 3.37 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Minus 19 joule. This is energy of one radiation. And this is the first one. And second one, at what rate are the photons delivered to the sphere? Means the number of the photons or number of the radiations emitted by the sodium lamp in 1 second you have to find out. That is again you have to use this equation. That is P is equal to N into E. N value you have to find out. P divided by E is equal to N. P value, that is he has given, that value is equal to 100 watt. Here P value is the power value, that is 100 divided by energy of one radiation you already calculated, that is 3.37 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Then N is equal to, N becomes, you have to find out, that is 3 into 10 to the power 20 photons per second. 20 photons per second. This is the second one. It means that in 1 minute, the total number of radiations emitted by the sodium lamp or the total number of photons emitted by the sodium lamp, that is 3 into 10 to the power of 20 photons per second. And this is the second answer. And next, exercise number 11.8. This is exercise number 8. The question, the threshold frequency of certain metal. We don't know the metal, which is that one, whether it is a cesium, platinum, silver, whatever it is. He has given generally a certain metal, but its value he has given, that is the threshold frequency 3.3 into 10 to the power 14 Hz. What is the meaning of that one? Let us consider there is a metal is there. In order to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, we are using the radiation. But this radiation having a minimum frequency, that is 3.3 into 10 to the power of 14 Hz. If this radiation is having the frequency somewhat less than this value, then electron is not emitting. That's why just to start the emission of the electron from the surface of the metal, this radiation have a minimum at least this much of frequency, or else the electron is not emitting. That's why this frequency is called as threshold frequency. If the light of frequency 8.2 into 10 to the power 14 Hz is incident on the metal, predict the cutoff voltage for the photoelectric emission. Let us consider this is the metal. Just to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, we need to apply the frequency is equal to this much. That's why it is called as a threshold frequency. But they applied the frequency is equal to 8.2 into 10 to the power 14 Hz. The frequency of this radiation is equal to, they have given, that is 8.2. This is more than threshold frequency, not a problem. There is a photoelectric emission is there. But after photoelectric emission or after the electron is emitting from the metal surface, what is the negative potential you have to apply in order to stop the emission of the electron? The cutoff voltage means, what is the meaning of cutoff voltage here? Let us consider the electron is emitting from the surface of the metal. In order to stop this emission from the surface of the metal, what is the potential difference or what is the negative potential you have to apply to the anode plate? Let us consider this is cathode and this is anode, and you have to apply some negative potential to the anode plate. For what reason? In order to stop the rejection of electron from the surface of the metal. Then here cutoff voltage you have to find out. The electron is emitting from the surface of the metal. Then in order to stop that emission of the electron, what is the negative potential you have to apply to the anode plate. That you have to find out. Means cutoff voltage means negative potential, that is V naught value you have to find out. And whatever the values he has given, that is threshold frequency is equal to 3.3 into 10 to the power of 14 as he has given. And they applied the frequency of radiation, that is nu is equal to 8.2 into 10 to the power of 14 hertz he has given. Whenever the electron is emitting from the surface of the metal, in order to stop that ejection, what is the negative potential? You have to apply that, you have to find out. You know that the general photoelectric equation or Einstein photoelectric equation, that is E is equal to work function plus kinetic energy. And here E minus of pi naught, this is equal to kinetic energy. Kinetic energy in terms of, we are going to write, that is Ke in terms of stopping potential. Kinetic energy in terms of stopping potential, we are going to write, that is charge of electron into stopping potential. Substitute here, and E can also be written as h nu minus, this is h nu naught, h nu naught. This is frequency of incident radiation, this is threshold frequency. This is equal to kinetic energy can also be written as E into V naught. And here h value variable, he has given the frequency value and also threshold frequency. Take the common h, then nu minus nu naught, this is equal to E into V naught. Substitute the value, h as it is, nu is, that is 8.2 into 10 to the power 14 minus nu naught he has given 3.3 into 10 to the power 14 is equal to E into V naught. And here h as it is 8.2 minus 3.3, you are getting, that is 2 minus 3 means that is 9, and 8 minus 3, that is 4.9 into 10 to the power of 14 is equal to E into V naught. And here substitute the values, h as it is, that is 6.626 into 10 to the power of minus 34 joule second into 4.9 into 10 to the power of 14 as it is. This is equal to E into V naught. And multiply these two, you are getting the answer as, that is EV naught is equal to 32.4674 into 10 to the power of, that is minus 20 joule. But here E into V naught, and this is 32.4674 into 10 to the power minus 20 joule is there. Convert joule in terms of electron volt. You know very well, whenever electron volt is converting it as a joule, then you are multiplying the number as 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. And whenever joule is converting it as an electron volt, whenever reverse process, joule is converting it as an electron volt, instead of multiplication, you are doing, that is divide by the number 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. But here joule to electron volt conversion is there. That's why you have to divide. EV naught is equal to 32.4674 into 10 to the power minus 20. Joule is converting into electron volt, means divide the number by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 and calculate. You are getting, now the joule is converted as an electron volt, and EV naught is equal to, calculate the answer, that is you are getting 2.0292 EV electron volt, and E getting cancelled, you are getting stopping potential is equal to 2.0292 volt. Means the photoelectric emission has started. The electron is emitting from the surface of the metal. In order to stop this emission from the surface of the metal, you need to apply the negative potential of the anode plate, that is equal to 2.0292, that is volt. If you apply this much of voltage to the anode plate, then electron emission is to be stops, and this is the cutoff voltage or stopping potential. And this one exercise 9. The work function of certain metal. We don't know the metal name, but its work function he has given that is 4.2 electron volt. Will this metal give the photoelectric emission for the incident radiation of wavelength 330 nanometer? Let us consider this is the metal. They are using. Our intention is to emit the electron from the surface of the metal, and the work function of these electrons means in order to take the electron from the surface of the metal, the minimum energy required by the electron, that is he has given that is 4.2 electron volt. What is the meaning of this one? This much of the energy, minimum this much of energy has to be required by the electron in order to come out from the metal surface. That energy we are going to call it as a work function. And next, will this metal give the photoelectric emission? If we use this much of radiation, is the emission of the electron from the metal surface? He is going to ask. Let us consider the radiation of wavelength he has given that is 330 nanometer. The work function of this metal, they applied 4.2 electron volt, and the radiation of wavelength that is here lambda value is equal to 330 nanometer. Here lambda value and this is work function. By using this relation, calculate energy, and E is equal to h nu. By using this equation, find out the new value, and work function h nu naught. By using this equation, find out the value of threshold frequency. Compare nu and nu naught. Threshold frequency is greater than, that is incident radiation frequency. That's why in this case there is no photoelectric effect. This frequency should be greater than this frequency, then only you are getting the photoelectric emission. But here threshold frequency is greater than the frequency of incident radiation. That's why there is no photoelectric